And we are recording. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back, all genders in between. One big crypto family. That's what you guys are to me. And of course, it's always a pleasure for me to be here, able to convey some of my insights and try to help you guys understand and become better at trading yourselves. Because like I said before, and I will keep repeating it, the more educated traders are in this space, the less volatile, the more readable and predictable these charts are going to become. So don't be greedy in hogging the knowledge. There is no need for this. Bitcoin is always going to keep moving, and it's only in our best interest. So without further ado, the name of the game today is, what is Bitcoin going to do? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Are we going to fly in circles or what? So I've already adjusted the chart a little bit. I will have to adjust maybe a few more things, like trying to look for a valid range where we are stuck in between. Something like this looks fairly acceptable. Then of course we are going to reevaluate all the potential levels that we need to hold, and after all that, maybe we can start thinking about some sort of strategy. So guys, sit back, have your cup of coffee ready, or whatever drink suits your fancy. I will roll the intro, and then we are going to dive right in. All right, cool. So yeah, still 2 likes. Come on, guys, you can do better. Hit those like buttons. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so that at least you know exactly when I come live, and then you will also get notified if by any chance I will be streaming later or whatnot. All right, so let's have a look. Which key areas are important for us to look at? First of all, let's have a look. On the way down, over here, what happened? We broke this level, we broke this level. The only one that remains is this one over here, where we already made a lower low on the RSI. And then let's look at this one. Maybe this one also is already in a potential divergence posture. Let's have a look. This is sitting at 24.4, and this one over here, 24.7, just not. So this is the only one that remains. But yeah, I'm not going to analyze this one because it's already so close to the edge. What we're going to do is look at this one. I want to see the range that this one has. This doesn't matter anymore. And then of course, the last one that we want to check is this local low on the RSI over here. We want to see where price can still bounce and remain in a healthy posture, where we can still stay in some sort of bullish hope. Okay, so let's get going. Let's start with the low over here. I think this one would be the most interesting, and I think I already mapped it out on the RSI calculator. Over here we are sitting at 24.7, and this reads exactly 24.7. So the yellow box should be somewhere already in a good posture. but I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. Whoops, what have I done? This should be at 725. So remember, guys, because this is very short term, these things can keep moving around a lot. Okay, so remember, this is the local low that we measure off of. We are going to compare it with the RSI over here. If you don't have the reverse calculator, then remember that this local low on the RSI is the one that you need to keep your eyes on together with this local low on the price. This would be your first key area to be holding. And about holding, here is the first code of the day appearing. So if you want to get some free instant tokens, go to get.instant.com. The code that appears on the screen, redeem it on this website, and then you will get some free instant tokens. The code is WO-4F679. 4F679. All right, in the meanwhile, while you guys do this, I'm already going to start measuring off the other local low that we want to keep our eyes on, and this is this one. This one is sitting at 37.9. So fill it out, 37.9. And what is she saying? Yes. Exactly, baby. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Yep, that's the name of the game. This is what we are doing, right? So over here, this local low over here should be lining up with 56,500. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over here like this and bring it down 56,500. So something like this, 550. You know what? I'm going to double click it because it's just too 550. Now, okay, after we measured off these things, I will also look at the upside, the one over here, because we want to see if price were to start going up, which areas need to get broken for continuation to be possible. Of course, because this area over here could start building up from a bullish divergence. Number one, when is it gonna be confirmed? The bullish divergence, basically, you could already see it confirmed because we already broke this area over here. Okay, so this is not a bad thing, but basically it's not very, it's not very orthodox to be calling this already a local low or local high, because basically this is just plain continuation. Okay, so in this posture over here, the real high that is sticking out is sadly enough still this one. So if price really wants to rally up, then we need to see this here get broken together with this on the RSI. Unless we make this a local low, price dips back down and then starts to continue. Then after this dip, this would be the local high that needs to get broken. And then on the way down, this local low needs to be held. This is how we are going to measure the continuation of an uptrend coming from here, or the confirmation of a bullish divergence. For now, I don't really like to call this being confirmed, potentially this could still easily go down. On its way down, like we already measured, the area that needs to be held is this yellow box over here. This is the very key and crucial one to be holding. Preferably, I would even like to see just the green trend line to be held. This would even be a nicer posture. But, you know, you can only wish for things, you can only look for things, but you also need to keep your eyes open and stay alert because, you know, sometimes things might be deceiving. Now, you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat this a little bit because I don't like the way all these things are looking. So I'm going to bring this up just a little bit, maybe not. I'm going to remove the yellow box. I will extend this green box and I will bring the yellow line over here. Okay, so the yellow line to the end of the green box, this is basically what will be replacing the green box. And then the green box is actually where we would still be holding the bullish divergence from this local low over here. Okay, so basically coming back inside this area would really not be a bad thing at all. Breaking the green box, this would be your continuation to the downside. Then I think, you know, we are not gonna see a quick recovery anymore. Already coming down so low, it's actually clear that we are going to need this confirmation move before we can start seeing hope again. Long story short, green box split in half coming from these two areas. And now we are going to look at the upside and see if above we can also put in a range, an area, a key area that really needs to be held or broken. So over here we are reading on the RSI 63.3. So let's fill it out. 63.3. And what do we get? This gives us 58,334. So, same thing. Let's draw our box from over here down to 58,300. And hey, hello, Charles. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing all right. 300. Yep, that's close enough. And maybe we want to do something like this. There we go. Excellent. And I'm going to make this an orange area. All right. Okay. No, not bad. Now. Cool, Charles. I'm really happy that you're doing great, and I'm very happy to have you join us on the live stream. Now, I don't know where what's his name is Ruben and Jeff are, but yeah, I tried to set up Theta, and you know, it's a big pain for me to set it up so I can keep streaming on YouTube and on do the Theta at the same time, because you have to be running a local node, and then I can't use the software that I'm using to stream on different platforms. So still thinking about how I could make it work, that I could still stream on YouTube and use Theta TV, but yeah, I haven't found any valid solutions so far. By the way, guys, still only 2 likes on the stream, guys. Let's hit those likes. Come on, we can do it. Let's push this up and higher. Now, Jesus, what the hell is wrong with my mouse? Okay, here we go. So let's okay, this basically this already looks really good. We have a trend line coming from above, we have a trend line coming from below, basically posturing us in a horizontal wedge. So equally as much chance to break to the downside as there is to break to the upside. Also, the volume, the big volume that we're seeing right now is actually where we are sitting on. So this is basically what is for now, in my opinion, defending the price from dropping lower, but actually dropping below this big volume node. I do believe that it's going to be very easy to see the price dip lower and lower. The red line over here at, let's say, $54,000 is still my pivot point for the long-term bias. If this one breaks and we actually close below it, then potentially on the first move up, I might be enticed to be looking for a short position. Also, depending, of course, on what the RSI is going to be doing. But the way this is postured right now, you know, it's a make or break situation. Now, why do I say this? Looking at the 1 hour chart, at the 1 hour chart, there is no real issue, okay? There is no real bearish divergence. This is actually looking really good, and actually we are seeing much more bullish divergence for the short term than we are seeing for the long term. But now, no, we are seeing more bullish divergence on the short term than we are seeing bearish divergence on the short term. Okay, so watch out, because you know, it's going to get tricky to follow. Now, if we look at the 5 hour chart, on the 5 hour chart, do we have anything in particular? Over here, between this area and this area, we do see a bearish divergence. Now, is this confirmed? For now, in my opinion, I would say no. When would this one be confirmed? And that's a tricky one, because we are talking about such large numbers. Basically, for this one to be confirmed, I would say that we need to break 43,000. Okay, once 43,000 gets broken, or we start really to initiate a series of lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows in a series of 3. So this would be one high, one low, one lower high, one lower low, one lower high, and the next lower low. This is where I would actually say that a bear trend is really kicking in. Okay, so it's only after the third lower low that I would actually start saying, okay, this is game over. We're not gonna make it anymore. This is going for a long time. So for now, basically, I would trade this more like a sideways situation, rather than being very strong biased to the upside or biased to the downside. Okay, just because right now we are smack in the middle of a decision situation. So how can you play this? How can you do this? Well, Bybit actually offers a very nice way to hedge your position and to make sure that you can get ready for either way to break out. And how do you do this when you go to the perpetual trading? So this is BTC over USDT, and you will notice that you can get a long position and a short position at the same time, meaning that like this you can hedge your position, that you can put two positions actually betting on opposite sides. And this gives you an edge. Jesus, why the hell is this mouse acting so weird today? Sometimes it's doing that and I have no idea why. Now, of course, if you want me to choose and to say which direction I would favor for now, and I'm talking about not going 50-50, but like going 55% one side, 45 the other side, my 55% would be leaning to at least another try to the upside. And I'll tell you why. Because right now, we do have short-term a bullish divergence that potentially could bring some weight to the table, as long, of course, as this green box is holding. Okay, number one. Number two, on the accumulation and distribution chart, we do see actually that we are in a strong accumulation phase. The green is actually popping up and postured really nice and upwards. So this is a second one that I do believe that actually we could see a recovery, that we could see actually a buy the dip situation happening right now. The stochastics right now are postured really high up there, and they are trying to enter the bullish control zone, which also is a good thing. Remember, the stochastics, we don't trade them going from up to down, from up to down. It's more like a speedometer. This is the rate at which we are seeing pressure to one side or the other. And just like you see here, here, and here, they can very easily stay up there for quite some time. Yeah, no, I don't have 4 likes, baby. I do have 3 likes for now. So, guys, before we move over to the higher time frames, there's another instant reward code. Get ready to pick it up. And in the meanwhile, I will clear this chart a little bit more, and maybe I need to change the input to my mouse because this drives me completely crazy. All right, I hope this is gonna move a lot better now. I have no idea. I think there's something wrong with the cable. So the code is WO-0RZTY. 0RZTY. Okay, so let's clear up all the mess that I made on this chart, and then we're gonna see on the higher time frames what we can come up with. Oh, I don't know why I keep deleting my indicators. What am I, stupid? Okay, so let's move over to the 3-hour chart and let's have a look at the 3-hour chart. So on the 3-hour chart, what do we see? There's no bearish divergence at all. Yeah, exactly. We have one more viewer popping in. Come on, hit the likes button, guys. Hit the likes button, because otherwise my girlfriend is going to chase you. She's going to be so angry, and you don't want that, believe me. So on the 3-hour chart, looking at the accumulation and distribution indicator, actually over here we see a different picture. We see that basically we are slightly in the red and still leaning to the downside. So this is why, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see price actually dip down a little bit more before actually rallying to the upside. Um, as long as we are still holding the green box, I think everything should still be fine. Now let me have a look over here at the local low over here, because on the 3 hour chart we do see that this lines up with a local low on the RSI. So maybe we can get some information out of this one. And on the RSI we are reading 27.4, and let's see what price range we come up with. This would be 54,000. So basically just holding this local low is exactly what needs to be done. So yeah, the red line over here stands and holds. Breaking this red line, like I said, on the lower time frame, it just lines up with a 3 hour time frame. This would be a bad sign, and this is where we could start thinking about a longer time of downtrend coming our way. But so far, right now, I'm still not trying to jump the gun. Just trying to set some boundaries so that at least we know which areas we need to keep our eyes on. Now let's move over to the 5 hour chart. Let's see what the 5 hour chart is doing. On the 5 hour chart, same thing. Basically, we already have our bullish divergence with this area. Preferably, I would like to see a retest to give us some more strength. Hopefully, the best thing that I could hope for is retesting the green line. This could be your next opportunity to enter a long position. And basically, it's really easy to risk manage because 55,400, let's say 55,700, and the point of no return would be at 54,000. So, this is how much it would be a 5% drop. So basically, it's very manageable in respect of risk management. So yeah, this is what I would be looking for, and these are the ranges that I hope we will be able to hold. Of course, then on the way up, we do have this red trend line that actually crosses the orange box over here, and as soon as we have a closing above the orange box, preferably even above the yellow line at 59,775, this is where continuation to the upside would be much more implied, and even then dipping down below, this would be your next opportunity to buy the dip. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you guys. Let me redo some Fibonacci magic. Let's have a look if the fibs have something to say. Maybe we see some magic in this thing as well. So, right now, basically, the fibs have bounced on the way up against the 786. So this is so this is where our retracement came from. Now let's do that same thing in the other direction. And hey, Gerardo, how are you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Yeah, yesterday, like I said, yesterday, chances are that it continues, but there is a big chance also that we were gonna go down. Always, especially within ranges, it's very important to keep your eyes on both possibilities. Yeah, you were so happy yesterday. Like this looks like a bottom on BNB and just boom, tank. You know what? After I'm done with the Bitcoin analysis, we're gonna have a look at BNB. We're gonna see where BNB is going to take us. We do have, wait, what have I done with the fib? I'm just gonna redraw it because sometimes I'm inverting it and it doesn't really work the way I want it to. Um, okay, so right now on the way down over here, we do see a bounce at the 618 on the Fibonacci, which is actually rather good. Um, Now breaking down to the 786, we would still be within the green box area, but look at this. If we break down to the 786, then basically we are going to start forming a triangle shape, and a triangle that does something like this, going down. Like, let me zoom this out so that you see it more clearly. If we have a triangle shape that does this, and price is actually ranging in here, what this means is actually that the bulls are weakening. So this could be a more likely eventually to get exhausted and break to the downside. So yeah, let for me, preferably I would prefer to see the price just hold this wedge like this, and then eventually break to the upside. This would be a dream, but yeah, we need to keep our eyes on the levels, go slowly, and don't forget to take your profits. It's very important. Um, like I did here, over here. I took profits. I have a hedging position. So on my long at the top, I took some profit. I also added a little bit on my short. On the way down, I did the exact opposite. I added on my long and I took profits from my short. So this is this is the beauty of being able to hedge your position, especially when you're trading and ranging sideways. It's a very nice way to make sure that on every move you will be able to take at least some profit, and after enough taking profit, then eventually one of the two directions is going to go into a loss and you're gonna have to let it go. But eventually you still have a good position in the right direction, and this is where you're going to be making a lot more profit. Okay, so this is just one strategy that I'm trying to apply for myself right now, and actually it turns out to be working rather well. So yeah, if you want to give this a try, then I only know that it works like this on Bybit. And if you want to try Bybit, please remember I do have an affiliate link in the description down below. Just use this one. You will get some really nice bonuses. Then also send me an email that you signed up with my affiliate link, and automatically I will send you an invitation to my Discord channel. So that's an added bonus on top of all the other perks that you will be getting. So Gerardo, yeah, what do I mean with hedging a position? So on Bybit, when you trade the perpetuals, so not the inverse perpetual, but the perpetual, so BTC over USDT, with USDT as a base currency, then basically you can open a long position and a short position separately. So you can have two positions on the same chart. So what you can do is on the way down, you try to look for a long entry position. On the way up, when you see that you're reaching the edge of the range, you add on your short position. On the way down, you take profit from your short position. You can add to your long position, and on the way up you do the other way around. You take profit from your long position and you add on your short position. So like this, you keep making profit in any one of these ways, and if eventually it breaks out, then you're just gonna have to let go your short position and you keep going on your long position like that. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. And you know, I spoke to the support of Bybit, and you know, it's exactly for to use it like this that they did this. So yeah, it's not a cheat. It's really intended to be used in this manner. But of course, you know, try first with small numbers so that you can get used to it, and you know, all that common sense stuff, of course. But yeah, I hope that makes sense for you. Now, okay, we've done the 5-hour chart. Let's look at the daily. And what does the daily say? Now, the daily is actually the one chart that I don't feel comfortable with. Okay, and I will tell you what. Gerardo, yeah, no, I'm not a millionaire. I'm hoping one day to be even more than a millionaire, but no, right now I'm not. I'm just, you know, I'm just a day trader, and I've learned the hard way. I went through all the stupid mistakes that everybody's been making. And, you know, after a long time of looking for the right information, I found somebody friendly enough on the internet who really actually shared some common sense educational videos and some live streaming, and helped me a lot into understanding these things. And he never charged 1 cent. So this is why, you know, I'm feeling a little bit obligated to do the same thing, to carry on the torch and to try to pass on the knowledge. You know, I'm just trying to give back what I have been given. Um, Oh, nice. 6 likes, guys. Thank you very much. Remember, there's 9 current viewers. All right. We can have a few more likes in the chat. Come on, guys. Hello, Rakesh. How are you doing? Okay, so the one thing that was what I was gonna say about the daily. Just a second, Rakesh, just a little second. Once I'm done with the analysis, I will go over the recap of everything that we've spoken of. But now, finally, the last thing that I want to say. On the short term, things are looking really good. Things are looking rather strong. But on the higher term, on the daily, this is where I'm feeling a little bit iffy. So if you look, we do have a high on the RSI, a lower high over here, and a lower high. Looking on the price action, we do have 3 higher highs. Okay, so this actually is a little bit of concern to me, as it is on the downside over here between this area and this area. Yeah, we had a bullish divergence, but over here we do not. Okay, and this is actually where, you know, I'm still saying that, guys, we need to be careful. This could go on to the upside, but it might just as well go bearish, because this thing over here hasn't been resolved just yet. And what do we need to resolve this? Basically, what we would need is either price to come down, make a bullish divergence over here, keeping the price above this local low, or price going up and making a higher high on this part at least, preferably even breaking this area on the RSI. Okay, so these are the conditions that we need to keep our eyes on on the longer term. Short term, yeah, sure, we could see the price actually go further up, but right now it looks from this posture here, it could be possible that this would be the last push up. Okay, so we need to be very careful. And which area do we need to break? Well, number one, we need to break this area under RSI over here, and this is on a daily chart. Okay, so the number one would be 74.5. 74.5. This would be sitting at 68,128. So this is the first one that needs to get broken. So let's do 68,150 just to keep it simple. And then the second one that needs to get broken is this one over here. This would be sitting on the RSI at 81.8. So 81.8. This would be at 79,205. So do like this, 79,205. All right. Of course, you know, this does not need to happen overnight. Okay, there can still be some time to go over this, because remember, this is a daily chart. You know, it's not an issue if there's more time that goes over it, but breaking $43,000, this is a big no-no. This is actually really full-on reversal, and this is a prolonged bear market. This is where the party is over. Okay, so 43,000, if you're still holding along, then I'm very, very sorry for you, but you're deluding yourself. You don't know how far it's gonna go down. Over here, the 54,000 area, bounces could still happen, but yeah, I wouldn't expect this thing to recover quickly. Potentially maybe a little bit of support over here on this area, but yeah, let's not be too pessimistic, let's not be too negative. For now, things are still in the moment of being played out, and you know, best things is just to go slowly, level by level, and don't rush it. Okay, so like I said, and this is now the recap of the entire situation. Like I said, right now we are actually stuck in between this wedge. Okay, I'm going to make the wedge a little bit thicker so that it's a lot easier to see. So this is the wedge we are actually stuck in between. The green box below is a potential area for bullish divergence, a second bullish divergence, because right now, closing over here, this area and this area already have made a bullish divergence, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. If price were just to go up, the bullish divergence only gets confirmed if we break above the orange box. Okay, if price comes down and retests this area over here, then we only need to see the price get above this local high over here to confirm a continuation to the upside. Okay, so this is how I would be going by my trades for now. Those are the ranges that I will be keeping my eyes on and try to formulate my strategies upon. Now, I hope that this is helpful for you guys. I've also marked the areas off with horizontal rays so you can read which levels these are. But remember that every exchange can have a few discrepancies. It can vary. There can be a little bit of difference depending on the exchange that you're using. Okay, so also try just to look at the 1 hour chart, look at where the lows are, and then set your boxes and set your areas, do your reads accordingly. Okay, that's one of the very important things to remember. Okay, don't just go full on spoon boy. The idea is that you learn to do these analysis, to draw these things yourself. This is why I'm making those videos. Okay, so now finally, we're gonna have a little look at the Bitcoin dominance. I don't feel the need to be looking at what the dollar and stuff has been doing, because the markets have been closed. The big move is going to be for tomorrow, but yeah, right now the dominance looks like it's very slowly trending along this this blue trend line. And remember, this trend line, it actually came from a, what the hell, why do you do it like this? What is wrong with you? Okay, so this trend line actually came from this parallel line that we've drawn before. So the dominance was stuck in between this channel, and eventually we broke out and we removed this bottom line over here. Right now, dominance has been pushing back down, but retested this area, so turning it from resistance into support. Now let's see where the rest is going to lead us, because right now, as Bitcoin is trending sideways, usually what happens is that a lot of altcoins are going to be shining. And when we look at the altcoin list, the overall altcoin list of the ones that we usually look at, we can see that quite some altcoins are in the green. They're not really exploding like crazy. So yeah, for now, sideways, looking at the range to be played out, and eventually it's going to break out one way or the other. So yeah, I think this is more or less what I can say about the Bitcoin chart for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, yeah, hit those likes buttons if you enjoy this content. If you think that this was helpful, if you have more questions about how to draw trend lines or why some indicators work the way that I use them and stuff, feel free always to ask your questions or to leave your questions in the comments section. And then I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. I'm streaming live at 5:30 p.m. UTC. The video will go live very shortly, but if you were not in the live session, then remember, if you want to be in the live session, 5:30 p.m. UTC. And then after the recording, we always go over to some altcoins and stuff. And yeah, this is what you would be missing out on. So remember, hit those likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. I hope to see you guys tomorrow in the live stream, or at least, you know, you're always welcome to watch the videos. It doesn't matter. I'm always very happy to share this information. Thank you very much.